read your interview yesterday. And my son was in prison too. But unlike you, he didn't make it out.
Says your son died of a heart attack.
Yes. A heart attack out of nowhere.
You think they're hiding something?
Well, they won't take my calls or answer my letters. What would you think?
I think that there might be something wrong, but that doesn't mean that there is.
Mr. Ross, my son was 28 years old. He was up for parole next month. There's something they're not telling me.
All right, I'll look into it. But I'm not gonna be able to get to this for a few days.
A few days? But why can't you start now?
Because I have a deal with my firm that allows me to do cases like this, but not only cases like this. And right now, I'm in the middle of something else.
Mr. Ross, the last lawyer I talked to said there was some kind of a statute that says I only have another 2 weeks to file a lawsuit.
And I'm telling you, 2 weeks should be more than enough time, but I can't drop everything just to take your case.
I understand. But Chris was caught with an ounce of marijuana. He never should have been there in the first place. And if time runs out on this, and I couldn't get him justice.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. Snyder. Mike Ross.
Is that name supposed to mean something to me?
No, but I'm representing the family of Chris Reyes. Hoping that name does.
Of course. Anytime an inmate dies, we take it very seriously.
But not seriously enough to give an accounting of his death despite repeated requests by his family.
I received no such requests. It's a shame you didn't call first. I could have prepared something.
No, I didn't want you to be prepared because I want to know what actually happened.
Mr. Ross, when you do what I do, you get used to people assuming the worst about your company, so I would appreciate a little respect.
Ms. Snyder, when you do what I do, you get used to companies proving you right. So I would appreciate a little action.
Apparently, Mr. Reyes was in a fight. He was sent to solitary where he complained of difficulty breathing. A doctor was called and delivered treatment. Unfortunately, he died a few hours later.
Well, if he was in a fight, there has to be an incident report.
That may be, but you have no right to access it. We're a private corporation that's privileged.
Okay, then how about you give me the names of the guards who saw it?
You know I can't give you that either.
And you know that if I bring a suit against you, I'm gonna get all of this anyway. So why don't you save yourself the publicity and just give it to me now?
It says there that my son died alone in solitary confinement. Why didn't they take him to an infirmary?
Because he was seen by a doctor. There was an explanation for his symptoms.
I know you think I'm just a man who can't accept his child's death, but that's not true.
Mr. Reyes, a fight in prison can elevate your heart rate. Nobody knows that better than I do. What they're saying happened is plausible.
Then you didn't know my son. I told you he was up for parole next month. He wouldn't have gotten into a fight.
What exactly are you saying?
One of those inmates must have come for him. And that prison didn't give enough of a shit about Chris to protect him.
Mr. Reyes, I know that you came to me because that article said I wanted to help people, and I do. But
I know. My son's already dead. But if they could have stopped this and they didn't, it's going to happen again.
excuse me, you guys know Chris Reyes?
Doesn't ring a bell.
That's strange. 'Cause according to the incident report, the three of you were on duty the night he died.
Even if I were, I wouldn't have anything to say about it. So you can get the f out of here.
Hey, come on. Just have a few questions, that's all.
This is a prison. All questions go through the main office.
Where do you think I got your names?
I don't give a shit where you got them. You're gonna forget you ever heard them, and if I see your face again, there's gonna be a problem.
Okay, look, I'm not trying to start any trouble here. But a man is dead, and I need to find out what happened.
For a guy who's not looking to cause any trouble, you sure don't listen too good.
Come on, Drew. Listen, that's what he wants. I'm telling you, he's not worth it. You're one of those assholes who just love getting the shit out of him, aren't you?
No, I've had the shit out of me, and I can tell you, I didn't love it at all.
Well, you better get the hell out of here before it happens again.
I will. Just as soon as you answer my questions.
And why would I do that?
Because your name is at the top of the list. And I'm guessing you know what that means.
Yeah, I'm the scapegoat. But it also means anything you get, they know it came from me.
Except you just told me to go to hell in front of all your buddies. And they saw you meant it.
That's why you came to me at the prison.
Now you got cover. And I suggest you use it. Because I am gonna find out what happened here, and when I do, they are gonna shield themselves from liability, and I am gonna end up coming after you instead. Or you can tell me what I need to know, and I'll leave you out of it.
Look, I'm the one who pulled him out of the fight and threw him in the hole. He started complaining, saying he was having problems breathing. I told my supervisor, and my supervisor said he was gonna call a doctor. That's all I know.
Bullshit, that's all you know. Look, did Chris get killed because he was onto something?
No.
Well, that kid, he didn't just up and get in a fight without good reason.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Look, are the guards corrupt?
What the hell did you just say?
Somebody out to get him?
No, he just died. Look, there's no conspiracy, nobody's evil. Just cheap.
What does that mean?
It means the only reason they were able to wail on him for as long as they did is because they didn't have enough of us on duty that night. Because the prison doesn't give a shit about anything except its bottom line.
Yes?
Mr. Reyes, it's Mike Ross. I went to the prison and I talked to one of the guards.
What did he say?
He said all the prison cares about is their bottom line. So I'm filing a lawsuit tonight.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ross. I thought that article was maybe too good to be true.
I appreciate that, Oscar, but don't thank me until I get you the answers you're looking for.
You have to drop your pro bono. There's a conflict with one of our clients.
What? Who? I checked for conflicts before I took the case.
It's a new client.
Well, if it's a new client, then let's drop them.
We can't. They're a huge developer.
A developer? I'm suing a prison.
I know that, but they're saying...
I don't care what they're saying. That's not a conflict. That's a shakedown.
Mike.
No, you're gonna give me the green light, and then I find something, and then you're gonna make me dump them for no good reason?
It's not no good reason. It's Alex's developer, and I just brought him in. I let him lose one of his biggest clients his first week. Here, it's a disaster.
And I let a man die without getting him justice. What the hell is that?
Listen to me.
Listen to yourself. We had a deal. Now this clown is asking me to drop a client that I made a promise to.
Except he's not asking you to drop him, Mike. I am. And if you don't, that deal we made, it's over.
It's a case. It's one that means a lot to me. It's about a guy who died in prison.
If you mean so much, you want you to do it yourself.
I can't. We have a conflict with one of our clients.
Well, that's a nice speech, Mike, but I'm not interested. Because there's something in it for you. Like always.
Oliver, please, look, before you say no, just listen to what I have to say.
I don't need to listen to you anymore.
God damn it, I almost died in there.
What?
My second night in Danbury, I thought that someone was gonna kill me. And then my last night, I knew that same guy was coming for me again. But I got out. This kid didn't. The only thing that's in this for me is making sure that this doesn't happen to someone else.
It seems pretty cut and dry, Mike.
That's how they want it to look. I already know they didn't have enough guard staff on duty that night.
Which means they probably didn't have enough medical staff either.
Well, maybe none at all. But I can't let them get away with this without handing it off to the one lawyer I know who cares enough to see it through.
Okay, Mike. I'm in.
Harvey, it's late, whatever it is.
Did you pawn that thing off to the clinic?
You asked me to drop it, so I dropped it.
Bullshit. You gave it to the clinic you're affiliated with.
The clinic you told me I could give cases to at my discretion.
Maybe you missed the memo. If our firm is in any way associated with that case, we lose a huge client.
Harvey, I'm not working on it.
Then you're gonna put that in writing and you're gonna deliver it to Alex's client. Ironclad Chinese wall, you have nothing to do with this case.
You saying you don't trust me?
You saying you didn't know what you were doing when you gave it to the clinic?
Okay, Harvey. I'll put it in writing.
I want your word you're gonna live by what you sign.
You have my word.
Just to be clear, if I'd known there was a conflict, I never would have taken the case.
I appreciate you dropping it. I was bulldozed into dropping it. Just like I was bulldozed into signing this. I can live with both those things. But I never want to get caught in this situation again. What's so funny?
I just told my client the same damn thing. Bullshit. You think this makes me look good?
Well, then I guess we're in the same boat after all.
It's nice to meet you, Mike.
Welcome to Pearson Specter Light.